Good morning, Flosstube friends. It is already Monday again. Where has the time gone, right? So here we are today for my weekly cross stitch update. Today is the 8th of June. And I do actually think this video is gonna be a little bit shorter. I did do quite a bit of stitching. That's not it. I think I did over 3,000 stitches the past week, which is kind of normal, but I only worked on 4 projects, so there's not too much for me to show you. There is a new start in there, who would have thought? So yeah, I've been working on a new design, so I will show you that as well. And other than that, I did work on 3 full coverages, getting some of my projects out of hibernation and giving them some love that I have not touched this year yet, and we're already in June, so it's about time. I think I'm not gonna get to work on all of my whips this year. Maybe I'm gonna do a mid-year whip parade or something at the end of the month. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. I mean, I'm probably gonna do it either way, but only showing like the projects that I actually worked on this year, I think. But we'll see. So without much further waffling, let's move over to my desk and let me show you what I actually did get done this past week. And yeah, that's probably gonna be it for this week. We shall see. Maybe I'll, well, remember something I want to talk about at the end of the video. But for now, let's get into the actual stitching. All right, here we are, and as usual, these are in no particular order, just the order I picked them out. I did give some more work to Lentian this past week, but now it will go away for a while again. And as you can probably see, let me get the camera a little bit further out because this is big. I did finish the bottom row, so this row is now completely done and has moved up to the next row a little bit over here. So this got let me see, around 1,600 more stitches, so that's about half the I cannot talk. Half the stitching that I did past week went into this. So this got a row finish, which is a milestone for the gaming. And this is where this one's at now. It's still a very minuscule progress, so not gonna lie, as I always keep saying, most of my full coverage projects look like this, so they really all need some attention. So maybe I will keep working on this, maybe I will put this away for a bit, we will see. For now, I don't have any plans on continuing this at the moment because I have a couple more that I want to finish a row for. Like, there's like this little plan in my head where I'm like, let's at least give all of my full coverages that don't have a row finish yet a row finish this year. It's not gonna happen, but you know, one can dream, right? But this is what I did on Lentian. For those of you that are not familiar with the pattern, this is what it will look like. It is a Margaret Morales artwork. The chart is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's one of the few Heaven and Earth Designs charts that I do own. The next one that I worked on, also to get closer to a row finish, is this one. And I worked along, I think now I can move the camera back down a bit to get you closer. So do that without shaking it too much. So working along this row, this is a pattern that I charted myself for my personal use. I will show you what it looks like finished in a moment. So this did not It has got 740 stitches. And this is what it will look like finished. And it is an AI image I found on Pinterest that I recolored into purple. I think the original was pink, but purple is more my color. And I do like snakes. I have snakes. But that is where this one's at. Also not quite a row finish. I think this is about half of the width over here. So this hasn't much done yet either. And the third one, the third full I worked on is also a full coverage. This is also one of my own works. This is a pattern I charted of artwork I did draw, like one of my D&D works. This is where this one's at. Also working a little bit more on getting the row finished, although with this one I think I'm doing like 2 rows together because there is a lot of like confetti in this part here, which leaves me with a lot of hanging threads. So I was like, might as well just finish 2 rows. And so I went back here and started to go along this second row simultaneously, so I can work a little bit more of these darker colors in. And this is very, very green. But so there was a lot of green stitching this week. This one didn't get too much. I just picked it up yesterday after we got home from my nephew's birthday party. He is 4 years old now, like my second nephew. The oldest one will be 6 next month, so there's another birthday coming up. And then he will be starting school, so that's exciting. But yeah, this is where this one is at. We're just stretching it a bit. And I will show you what it will look like when it is finished. This is what this one looks like. And I will probably make this available in my coffee shop along with my other full coverage pattern. So if you're interested in this, just keep an eye out for it. This is an artwork that I never made past the sketch phase. Like I did it. Let me show it to you actually, because I have one hanging here next to me. A printed out version. This is the actual artwork. Let me move out the camera a little bit. So I just liked the sketch so much that I thought I'm not gonna color it. And then I just gave it some background and printed it out, and it is in the sleeve, so there's a little bit of glare, but as you can see the background is gold. Like I painted this with some gold acrylic. Also on their clothes, the embroidery on their clothes is gold as well. So this is one of my all-time favorite D&D characters. I love her so much. And I do have a couple of projects with her. Like if you remember like the beautiful red-haired lady that I tend to stitch, that's her. But this is like one of my own artworks. And to stitch it, I just made it completely green. So I was like, that's a cute idea, and I love green, so why not? Let's just make it like this. Well, that is the third. And the final project I worked on is my new start. So this is what this one is. And you may already be guessing, this is a new mandala that I made. It's like a very summery one. And if you can hear loud banging, my neighbors just decided to do some, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not sure I even want to know. But yeah, this is like will be a beachy mandala. There will be 2 models for it because my friend Mura's making a model like with a teal multicolor on blue fabric, and I'm making this one like a smaller one with this dark blue variegated. This is has a slight variegation in it. You can probably see that on this sandy colored fabric, which I thought was also a nice idea. So there will be 2 model variations for this one. This will be all seashells. This is one corner, and then there will be like a small centerpiece, and then this will be mirrored and then mirrored again. So that is what this one will look like. This is my current work stitch. So keep an eye out for this if you like it, and you will be seeing more of that in the upcoming weeks until it's done. Unless I get bored and put it away like I do with some of my model stitches, but I'm trying to be better about that. But yeah, that's all the stitching I did for a total of 3,345 stitches, most of which being half stitches with the full coverage projects. So that's that. And let's move around again of a just short chat, and then I will leave you for this week. So here we are again, but like I said earlier, that's probably about it for this week. I don't really have anything super interesting to talk about, and I am still fairly tired from yesterday's shenanigans. Like, you know, I'm not used to being around many little children for a prolonged period of time, so for me that is, as much as I like it, it's quite exhausting. So I will take a little bit of a slow day and leave you with that for today, and leave the neighbors to their construction in the hallway. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments or suggestions, please, as usual, leave them down in the comments below. I do like to chat with you about all things cross stitch. Let me know what you've been stitching on while you've been watching, even if this is a shorter video. And then I will hopefully see you again next week. And if you liked the video, I always say that, and if you're not subscribed, please hit the little subscribe button, press the little heart to give the video a like and give the algorithm a little snack. And well, without much further ado, I hope you're having a great week and get a lot of stitching done, and I will see you again next week. Bye bye!